Hi guys, Spink here. This is episode 51 of Let's Learn Ageod Civil War II. We are resuming in late September 1862. Last episode we had just processed the turn and gone through the messages. Let's see, this is the first episode with my new microphone that I got in the mail yesterday, so been experimenting with different positions to put it and distances and gain levels and etc. So hopefully we have a little better sound quality than we've had in the past. I think that hiss is gone. Let's take a look at the messages and make sure we've got everything looked at we need to look at. Okay, we did the Emancipation Proclamation, which I believe knocked the foreign entry down by 5, so that shouldn't be anything we have to worry too much about anymore. Out in Arkansas or Missouri, possibly Arkansas, I have to look. Yeah, Arkansas. Lyon took on Hardy and defeated him. We had an Indian fight up at Fort Wadsworth. We won that one. We're paying a premium for our recruits. We're getting a lot of recruits. The cavalry unit caught up with Floyd and inflicted some damage on him. And Banks took out a little militia unit that was moving through. And Canby took Messiah over here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Okay, so what I was doing here was transferring the corps of the army from the Army of the Potomac to Banks's army here, because Banks is slightly, very, very slightly better in a command in his strategic rating. And my hope was that I would get a better likelihood of these corps getting active so that I could engage in combat without suffering the 35% penalty and being able to put my units into offensive posture. I'm thinking, I've been thinking that maybe the thing to do, I think this unit here, this corps has got my army immobilized here as much as I have his, and so essentially we're at a stalemate, and a stalemate is going to work to the advantage of the Confederacy. So what I'm going to do is put the minimum force I think I need to hold this area, to hold this unit back, and send the rest of all the remaining forces, and I'm going to see if I can besiege Richmond. I did notice here, hovering over this stack, we can see that he's got at least 7 supply wagons here. He's got the Magruder supply, and then supply 4 and supply 2. And that doesn't even count whatever he may have in Jackson's corps down there. So that's why we haven't seen this green line going down, but you know, maybe we'll leave them there all winter and see what they do. So first thing I was going to do was take Franklin's corps here, which is currently attached to the Army of the Potomac, and now that I've moved McClellan back to be farther away than Banks, if we dismiss his corps and then recreate it, now he is under Banks. So this unit I think is going to stay here. We're going to take Sumner here. I accidentally combined Sumner with McDowell here. I'm going to take 3 of his divisions, put them separately there. Okay, so we have 3 divisions. Let's make him a army, or a corps rather. So he's got a corps. We've got some extra stuff here. Let's give him these 2 empty supply wagons as well, and he'll get them refilled where he's going, where he's headed. I've got a lot of extra stuff in this stack that I've got this pontoon unit. That might be of value to take with us too. Yeah, it looks like its speed is decent. Let's put that into Sumner's corps. Where's Sumner supposedly going to Albemarle. So what if we took Sumner? Why would you go that way? There we go. We're going to send Sumner here by himself, and hopefully we can just besiege Richmond here without engaging in an actual field battle. Let's see, here is a pack train that has just been let's see what our supply is doing here. You can see that we got 162 supply into that region. Nothing coming into this region. Sent 68, so we didn't have any come into here either. Must not have needed it, I'm guessing. Okay, so we'll keep this supply wagon here. It looks like we can supply either from this side or from this side. What's this guy doing? He is full up again. Let's bring him over here. This unit appears to be doing, now these artillery batteries I think belong with these two divisions here. So why don't we, let's see, we've got this guy going there in 1 day. He'll be here. Let's move him over to here for his remainder of his days and take these batteries with him to here. They'll get there in 12 days, so that will work out just perfectly. What are we looking at? 18, 17. So let's take these two brigades and put them with that artillery as well, and they will link up with this this other corps here. Or will be a corps. If I make him a corps right now, he'll be part of McClellan's army, and I don't want that. So next turn when he gets there, we'll combine with these other units and have him head down here as well. I don't want to go any lower than 2 divisions in each of these corps up here, due to this guy is going to potentially try to break out at some point. I think if he tries to break out to the south and attacks either one of these corps, since they're in the same army, I think we have a good chance of having the other one march to its aid. What do we got here? We got lots of extra stuff. 14, what do you got? Let's put, he's got 18, he's got 18, so let's combine that in here, kind of make our command situation a little better. There we go. Plenty of extra units here. Pleasanton, I should put him in charge of some cavalry, it appears. I had a cavalry unit. Oh, down here, Nagley. Nagley is going to tear up this railroad right here. And then, how's his supply? His supply is good. We'll move him, not through there. We'll move him down here and over, and then we'll cut this railroad as well. Let's see. This guy here is out of supply. Is he in a unit? Okay, he is in a region with supply, so they'll recover here. What is this? That needs to be on passive. So here's a supply wagon that has refilled. We'll move him up to here. Any other supply wagons? These two supply need to be, oh, these were with Sumner. They're going to come here and hopefully recover through there. That was my, well, that's not going to work, I'm sure. So let's put them as, whoops, Sumner, get back. This detachment let's send here to refill the supply. These supply are both at maximum. Gives him 3 turns of supply. So this unit here, he's got 3 turns of supply with 2 full supply wagons. And that's a force that is probably half the size of what's here. So they've got to be coming close to running out, I would think, up in this general area. Alright. What do we have here? We have these units are not done yet. What were we doing here? We were trying to, let's see, he needs resupplied. I think we're going to do this cavalry thing again. Or we're going to try to grab this guy. And I'm going to put Milroy's force actually targeting the unit itself rather than just the region, so he will potentially follow this unit. The cavalry, we're going to still leave them on offensive. We're going to try to slow this unit down to where Milroy can catch him. Parkersburg here, I don't think we have to worry about it being assaulted. Well, if he does assault it, he'll stay there and I'll smash him, so that's actually good. Back in Kentucky, we are looking at we do have Bragg's army here, the Army of the Mississippi, the Army of Mississippi. This could potentially come rolling across up here, or he can move back into Nashville here. Bragg here, or Buell rather, he will arrive here in 10 days, and then we can move him over so he can be closing in on Nashville. Perhaps we can bring this division directly into Nashville as well. We have 3 divisions here. Bring him down here and start dividing these units up into 2 corps of this army here. Why don't we take this unit and see if we can just go grab Nashville? It's worth a shot. It puts our no defense here on our depot back here. So if he went running for the depot, that would be a bit of a problem for us. Maybe I'll take a division I still can't come in with them, can you? Let's take this this force out of Buell's army. Grab it thusly. I screwed up his movement again by doing that. Is it going to stay there? Yep. Screwed up Buell's movement. Doggone it. Alright, so we'll put him with this Carnage detachment and we'll go over there with that. Now, this division I'm going to send back to Bowling Green just to kind of be as a defense for that. He'll take Nashville and these will hook around the bottom, I think. You know, at this point, let's just put him right here. 7 days, you're there. Bang. Instead of going through this hills, we'll just go right here. If Bragg should happen to get in here before we do, then potentially we're going to have a cross-river attack on him, but so be it, I guess. Down here, this force, we're going to tear up the railroad down here, and we're going to move across here and do the same thing over here. Back in this area, what were we doing? We were going to go attack Fort Henry for some reason. Do we care about Fort Henry at this point? Or do we want to try to go after this army, maybe? Oh, here's something I need to do. Last episode I said I was going to leave these guys out of Rosecrans' army. But that's just trying to get around a game mechanic that is disadvantageous to me at the moment. So I'm not going to do that because that's gamey. So I'm going to put these guys in the core, as cores to this army. That's the proper thing to do for how things should be done, in my opinion. Fort Henry is really not any particular value. We have island number 10. We can take Columbus. Let's see, we have two options here. We can combine this army and try to do something against Johnston here, or we can kind of defend and then send Grant down here to just do stuff. Yeah, bugger. Indecision. What if? How about if instead of this we send Grant over here by our steamers? He'll be there in 13 days. We'll bring Pope's Corps here as well. And then we'll come down and attack here. We have a depot here that we're not really got a lot of defense on, but alright, we've got some artillery being built there. We've got this guy who's potentially going to go run crazy. But we do have this army is now something, whereas before it was not. So let's make another division. Seems reasonable, and we're going to send him down here as well. Put him on an offensive posture. So if this guy, I think this guy is looking to cross the river though. I'm not sure. Let's take this gunboat, or maybe this gunboat, or maybe let's take these few gunboats and put them up here to block that river. Why do I have a flatboat? Must have captured it. See if we can destroy that. I don't need that. And we're going to take DuPont and put him in with that fleet. So that should get us there. Back down here in Arkansas, I think I'm just going to follow this up directly and keep attacking. We've got this other unit coming down this side, and we'll just keep on hardy there. We do still have these units that are being a pain in the butt. Two militia units here. Now here's something we can do just as an experiment, since this is a learning game. We are being besieged. Let's have these units do a sortie and attack them. And this unit needs to recover. He's completely out of supply and his units are in pretty poor shape. Okay. We had some other units somewhere that was causing us problems. Another Indian unit. He appears to have disappeared. Alright, down here in New Mexico. New Mexico, right here. Okay, we've taken Mesilla, or Mesilla, depending on how that's pronounced. We do have this other pack train has arrived. Let's take the empty ones back out. And put them down here, I think. I'd hate for them to get captured if I went the wrong way there. Duck on it. It's not what I want you to do. I want you to go here, here, and here. And I think we have better supply coming through there. Or actually, let's just leave them here. This unit is not doing too shabby. That's plenty of supply. He's going to go down and take El Paso at this point. What do we have down here? Now, we do have Baylor's force here. So that is a not inconsequential. 42 days to get there. I thought we dealt with that at one point. Let's have him not do that. I've got new units being built up here that will take care of this Western Arizona Indian problem, I think. What do we have here? We do have a garrison. And we have a garrison here. Now this says I'm besieged, but I don't see who I'm besieged by. So let's take these guys out into the area and put them on an attack posture and see if we can see what's going on. I think I'm going to bring Carson down here to help with this situation. What's your supply doing? Supply is good. Cohesion is not great. He'll come down and take out this Fort Thorne, and then we'll combine to take on Baylor here in El Paso, I think is what we'll do. Back and forth, back and forth. Now what to do up here? I was reading about what we can do about the Indians. There's some of these things we can buy them off. We can use this one to try to destroy the Indian village, and if the Indian village is destroyed, then the Indian force that belongs to it can potentially go away. $50,000 here. We can send them off to a reservation. Indians raid. That's if we have friendly. We don't have friendly. Just have to figure out what we're going to do here as far as that goes. Let's go through the units now, see where we're at. Okay, this is the new units we put in, and we have the 6th U.S. Oh, awesome. We kept them there as a garrison, I believe. Left them there, so we have a reasonable force here that we can take up here to go after that Indian unit. It would take us 26 days to get there, and we're at half. We should probably wait and wait one turn so these new units can recover their cohesion and be at full cohesion, and then we'll move them up north. This Indian unit, I think he's just gonna. Now, if this unit here is going to come up here and sortie, what would happen if we sent this unit to possibly help him? We'll see what that does. Asbeth has to recover. I don't think we have to worry about being attacked, so I'm going to put him on passive and stick him in Lawrence here to recover as quickly as we can get him recovered. Morton's brigade. This is a brigade that's just, oh, that's our depot garrison. We have another Indian unit in Jefferson City. Let's see. Let's move those to Lexington and then start working them around. This is the unit that got in the fight turn before from Hardy's forces. This is our depot garrison. We'll leave them here. Williams was going to join up with some infantry that we were headed for. Oh, right here, these guys right here, heading for St. Paul. So we'll send him here to meet up with them, and then we'll combine this force and go down and start taking care of some of these Indians. Halleck and Wallace are just going to hang for now. I need to figure out what to do with these things properly. Maybe combine those. Whatever. Nothing to do here. Cavalry unit in Morgantown. No. Maybe I ought to go see what's going on over here. We've got Winchester with no, and Strasbourg have no garrisons. That's a problem. Doggone it. What do we have in Harper's? In Harper's Ferry we have 2 brigades. So let's send one of those brigades to there. What do we have in Staunton? We have nothing. So basically this whole region here we have no defense in it. Maybe we ought to keep these guys together and send them up here in case this guy decides to come across. Can we get him a little faster? Yeah. If we have any additional forces coming in this turn, we'll maybe send a few of them out to Harper's Ferry here. This division is just sitting here again. Okay, this guy has come up. This is Butler. We're going to send him to see if we can put some additional hurt on this unit that we threw out of Norfolk last turn, or the turn before. Should we leave a garrison? We should probably leave a garrison. We'll leave this. There we go. So this single militia unit will leave there in Norfolk. Okay. All right, you're staying there. McDowell's force is... We're going to keep these on defensive while we send forces after there, I believe. Banks is just going to sit here. Dix, again, is just going to sit here. Schurz, cavalry. He's kind of holding on to Staunton here. He shouldn't be on an offensive. Oh, he's out of supply. He's got to sit and recover supply. This is the Staunton militia garrison. Franklin is just going to sit here. Now, another thought is when winter comes, these units here may actually go into Nelson itself, into the structure, rather than sitting out here as a field army. If they do that, I'll send enough force in here to besiege them and just keep them pinned up there, and then that will free up some more units here. Leaders: McClellan, Asbeth, Hunter, McDowell, cavalry. Oh, so we don't have any additional units pouring in like I thought we might. We got a lot of artillery coming in next turn. A lot of artillery. Some infantry coming in Springfield. So let's build a few more of these. You know what? Did I put that back on? Historical attrition. Automated replacements, yeah. We'll just put it up to there just so that we have everything ready. Nope, no, don't want to do that. Okay. Go through our river units. These guys are doing pretty good now. This is the other blockade squadron, the Atlantic Blockade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got another blockade unit heading. Let's see, we've got 2 here, but I believe one of them is here being replenished, and we have another one on the way, so that should be all right. Oh, there it is right here. No, this is... Let's do those. Okay. They're in good shape. Supply is getting a little, oh, we're using 9 a turn, so we're good. Merchant ships. These guys are in decent shape. I wonder where these guys are going. The Plymouth Squadron and the Transport Squadron. And this is, we're just kind of leaving these guys to secure anything that should come up there. I've got to go after one of these forts. I need to look at the blockade rules and get some serious blockade stuff happening. These 2 ironclads can use some recovery time. We'll put those back in Fort Monroe. We'll leave these guys on the blockade, which they may or may not be actually doing at this point. Foot is, where are you at? Alright, they're preventing the river crossing here. We'll leave them there. Same with Porter for now. That flatboat we're blowing up. The Neosho and the Osage have shown up. Oh, what else is we got here? We've got some artillery that we're building. But this other fleet, I think I was sending a fleet right here. Let's put these guys here to join them. Okay, here's our blockade flotilla that is recovering. We'll let him recover for 1 more turn and then send him back. Here is that's going to be another blockade fleet to blockade somewhere. I could blockade here. I don't know what good it would do. Just the one little port here. The important ports that I need to get have these forts surrounding them. So what I'm going to have to do is put together a force that can actually go after those forts. Transports, Farragut. Yeah, we've got to build some more units that can go invade up there. So, all right. Okay. Well, that puts us at 33 minutes, which is a little just beyond where I like to cut these off. The next episode, next thing, we've got to get some, we're going to spend a lot of this money and a lot of these troops, and we're just going to really start buying some troops and getting our forces bigger. I would like to have each of these armies here have at least 6 divisions in them. And I would like to have at least another 6 divisions added here. So that's what we're gonna do when the next turn rolls, or when the next episode rolls around. So I will see you next episode. Thanks for watching.